Hi, welcome to this short little clip to look at what options are available during this really difficult period. We appreciate it's hard for contractors out there, so we're going to have a look to see what options are available whilst this period of uncertainty is surrounding us. So I'm joined by Matt Darville, who is, let's see if I can get this right, Matt, your Head of Field Operations. Is that correct?
Head of Field Performance. My job is to make sure that the engineers are technically robust and consistent, the visit is useful for the contractors, and they get on with you.
Okay, right. So Matt, so with all that in mind, you mentioned there that you're looking after the people that come and do these assessments. We're in lockdown. What options are available to people?
Two currently. We're not doing any more site visits for obvious reasons. So registered contractors have a choice. Right. They can defer their visit and have a site visit later on whenever the shutdown or lockdown finishes, or they can take a remote assessment currently. Okay,
so let's look at these options then. So the first one, if I've got a visit coming up in this period of uncertainty, I'm not sure I've got any sites, I can defer. Now, normally, I can appreciate why some people wouldn't go for this option because there's a fee, isn't there, normally associated with cancelling your visit?
Yeah, no cancellation fees in this time because anyone can cancel for a host of reasons. So obviously it's not for anyone to cancel. No.
Okay, and the second option, can you explain to me what you mean by a remote assessment, please?
Yeah, it's as it says, it will be remote. We will not be in your office. We will contact you by a variety of media, we should say. So we've got choices. We've got FaceTime, Skype, we've got Zoom, WhatsApp. House Party is a popular one at the moment. One that you can use and we can use. So
which it is. You mentioned lots there. Who will choose which platform we use to carry out the remote assessment?
We'll be driven by the contractor, to be honest, because we know what we can do. We know what we've got. We don't know what the contractor has. Okay. So if it's FaceTime, just over a phone, it can be FaceTime. If someone has got whizzy-dizzy IT equipment, they can use Teams.
Yeah, so yeah, we use Teams. This is on Teams, so we're used at the moment to using these remote communication tools. So what are we going to be looking at, Matt? You mentioned a remote assessment. How are we going to do it? The air engineer contacts you, arranges this either WhatsApp, FaceTime, whatever we're going to do. What are we going to be looking at?
Right. Yeah, the engineer will be contacting you a couple of times and we'll be sending out guidance about what we're going to do, just to make sure everyone knows and is ready on the day. First thing, it is a robust technical assessment. It's just not a tick boxing exercise. Good. We're learning each day as we do it from feedback from contractors, etc. It is for one cycle only, so right. It will be for this cycle. Well, what we're going to look at is what we normally look at in the office. So three key components to that. First is the general detail. So, for instance, your letterheads, your details of your company, have there been any changes? Insurance, for instance, have your public liability insurance, ongoing accuracy to make sure that your various instruments are either calibrated or you've got ongoing accuracy of some form. So that's the first sort of officey bit. Yeah. Second bit, which is sort of crucial to checking continuing competence of a contractor, is to look at the certificates or sample of certificates and the notifications to make sure that they accurately compiled and that notifications have been done in compliance with Part P.
Yeah, brilliant. And we also test the competence of the individual via just ensuring that their knowledge is at the correct level, don't we?
Yes. So part of that will be done using the certificates or reports that have been done. And part of it will be looking at the key things that have changed since the last assessment. So we know them and love them. Electric vehicle charging, surge protection devices, arc fault detection, testing of RCDs. So they're the key things that have changed since last year. So because it's continuing competence, that's what we will concentrate on this year.
Okay, so that's the options that are available to people. Let's just confirm again, they are options. You can, if you want to defer or you can cancel your visit down if it's one being proposed to you. look to rearrange. So let's suppose someone goes through this process, they've done the desktop with you, the remote with you, and all of a sudden they're getting ticks in the boxes. When all this finishes and we are back to normality, as much as more normality will be, does that mean they have to then have another visit from us to see the site stuff?
No, for the standard half-day contractor, this will count as the completion of one periodic cycle. So the next visit will not be required to be done from 12 months or so from this one.
Brilliant. Okay, so there we go. We have got a couple of options that Matt and I have discussed there. Let's not forget, this is a really difficult period, and we are trying to support your business to ensure that your business remains registered with NIC, EIC and Alexa, and hopefully this will allow you to do so, and then allow you to be in the position to be able to continue to trade in this period of uncertainty and when normality returns. So Matt, just let me say thank you very much for you and your time today. It's been really good to hear how we can support the contractors.
Thank you, Darren. Just so we are in this together. We are doing all that we practically can in the current situation. We've had some very good positive feedback from the various QSs and PDHs, and thank you for that. And and there's some good news stories which just sort of makes your heart sort of glad, really. So keep them coming in, because they're tough times. Hopefully 3 months, 6 months maximum. At the end of it, we'll be back to normal, we hope. Thank you.
And allow me to reiterate that as well, from everyone at NIC, EIC and Alexa, please stay safe. We are only just around the corner from seeing you all carry on business as normal. But until then, please remain safe in your homes with your families, and we'll look very forward to working with you again in the future. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Matt.